What's up, everybody? We are back. It is day 14 here on the first ever Mash and Drum Advent Calendar video series. Grinch, I got another piece of trivia for you today. What piece of information do you intend to bore me with today? Do you know what the highest selling Christmas single is of all time? Well, of course, it's my song, A Mean One, Mr. Grinch. It's actually Bing Crosby's version of White Christmas. It's the highest selling Christmas single of all time. Oh, goody. Do you have any guesses what the second one is? If it's not the Grinch song, I'm going to slap you. Well, it's not. It's actually Wham's Last Christmas. What the Grinch is a Wham? You know, it's George Michael and that other guy. Do you know what my favorite hit is? Oh, you have a favorite Christmas hit? What is it? When you hit the floor when you fell out of the chair. Oh, you saw that? Oh, yes. That was gabba good. That was kind of good. All right, day 14. Here we go. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I am Jason C. Like, subscribe, do all the things you need to do to help grow the channel for the rest of the year. Thanks for the support. So this is your first time watching my advent calendar. This is how it works. I asked my mom and my girlfriend to pick 25 random bottles in my whiskey room a few weeks ago. Anything. Make up 25 samples for the 25 days of Christmas for the first ever Mash and Drum advent calendar that I have dubbed How Much Would I Pay? Mash and Drum Advent Calendar Countdown to Christmas Day. For the past 13 days, I've been opening up these blind samples, nosing them, tasting them, trying to guess what it is, maybe guessing the proof, but ultimately determining how much I would pay for the whiskey. After I name my price, I will reveal the sample in this advent calendar, and we can see what I was sipping and compare my value to the actual value. But before we get started, let's hear from today's sponsor, a perfect stocking stuffer for the whiskey lover in your life. It is ZBiotics. Today's sponsor is ZBiotics, the amazing probiotic I've been using behind the scenes for months now. All the great feedback that I've been getting, tons of people getting it, using it, really loving it. It's really become the first drink of the night for a better tomorrow. It's getting to the end of the year with all the different blind tastings I do, especially to name my top 10 bourbons or my top 10 whiskeys of the year. I love that I have ZBiotics in my back pocket. How does it work so well? ZBiotics was developed by some very smart scientists who knew the real problem is not dehydration. It's actually a byproduct of alcohol that is most responsible for rough mornings after drinking. ZBiotics produces an enzyme like the one your liver uses to break down this byproduct. So anytime I know I'm gonna have a few drinks, December is a big holiday time, a lot of holiday parties, I always know that I could take some ZBiotics and the next day, I'll wake up, get back to work, get back to the gym, and just bounce back faster than ever. All you do is drink one of these about an hour before you start drinking, and that's it. You should still drink water to stay hydrated as always. Get a good night's sleep if you can, but ZBiotics will make it a lot easier for you to get out of bed or get off the couch the next day. It is real science that works. No random plant extracts, no off-the-shelf ingredients, no sugar added, 100% money back guaranteed. What do you got to lose? Here's how you give it a try. Get 15% off your first order of ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic by clicking the link in the description box and using my code MASHANDDRUM at checkout. This could be the perfect stocking stuffer for the whiskey lover in your life. So again, click that link in the description box and use my code MASHANDDRUM at checkout to save 15% off your first order today. So go grab some now. Thanks to ZBiotics, and thanks to all of you for making the sponsors happen. Happy holidays. All right, it is day 14. Here we go. Open that up. Let's give it a pour. This one is much lighter than yesterday's, which was the Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. So let's see what we got here. Oh wow, that smells fantastic. All right, let's look at the color here. Pretty good color. I would imagine this bourbon could have some good age on it. Pretty dark, kind of a dark caramel type color there. Let's go back in. This is starting to smell like Jim Beam a little bit, I think. Yeah, I think we're going with another bourbon here, at least off the nose. Nice rich caramels here. Not super dark, not as dark as, you know, what we were getting yesterday, again, with that Coy Hill. This is a little bit lighter and brighter. Kind of fruit forward here. Man, this smells familiar. And this is gonna drive me nuts if I can't get this. Let's see here. It's very rich, it's very toffee forward, but it's got like this nice juicy fruit gum note where I'm getting a lot of bright fruit flavors here. Man. Getting a good punch of oak here, but is this actually, I don't know. I'm gonna have to taste this one. Here we go, guys. Cheers. That is really good. This might be it. This could be finally the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I keep, you know, it's like a running joke now. I keep saying it like every episode. Is it Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? Is it Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? Why am I speaking in this high register? Yeah, I'm just saying it. It's got this really like beautiful oak punch, brown sugar. Again, not like super dark and rich, but it's got a really nice proof point here. I'm guessing somewhere in the low 120s. You know what, maybe it's not Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Every time I go back to it, it's getting fruitier and fruitier. Not really sure what this is. This one's weird, but in a good way. It's kind of all over the place. I don't know if I have a guess here. You know, I may stick with Beam. Yeah, I'm getting a beaminess to it. I think I'm gonna stick with my first guess with Jim Beam, maybe. It's very fruity, it's very oaky, it's very fruit forward. Got a little hinge of smoke to it, but it's also got some really nice dark notes to it. Really nice ages on here. This is really good. Great finish. Man, I feel like I should know this one, and I can't. If I'm thinking of a Beam product, I don't really know. I mean, could it be Knob Creek 12 year? But I don't think Knob Creek 12 year has this type of level of flavor here. All these different layers I'm getting. Maybe a Baker's 13 type thing. I don't know. That's. I mean, I'm sticking with Beam. I mean, I could go Heaven Hill on this too. This is good. There's this little slight youth characteristic here that I'm picking up right in the mid palate. This one's throwing me for a loop. Okay, well that's a good thing because I don't really know what the hell this is. However, this is what I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna say, as far as age goes, I think this has some age to it, but then I am picking up some youthful characteristics to it. Man, this finish on this is amazing. It just keeps going and going and going. I'll say this is 12 years old. I'll say 12. I'll kind of stay right there. I know I'm getting kind of a youthful punch to it, but I don't know if that's just my palate, but I'll say 12 years old. As far as proof goes, this has a really, really nice spice to it. I'm gonna say 122-ish. I'll say 122. I think it's a little bit higher than 120. I'm gonna say 122. I'm gonna stay with either Jim Beam or Heaven Hill, although I am leaning Jim Beam. As far as price goes, I would pay, man, I'd pay, this is good. There's so many levels to this whiskey. Today's market, with all the flavors going on and that finish, I'd pay $200 for this. I would. I think it's that good. I think it's got so many levels to it. This is a really, really good whiskey here. Or a really good bourbon. I'm going with bourbon. All right, let's find out what it is. I'm a little lost here. Here we go. Wednesday 14. Man, 14. 11 more days until the big day. That's right. Let's see what we got here, folks. This is, oh man, this bottle did not enter my brain, and I'm wondering if it entered your brains as I was describing it. Let me get the bottle. Here it is, guys. Little Book, Chapter 7 in retrospect. There it is, Little Book, Chapter 7 in retrospect for day number 14. This is 118.1 proof. I said it was maybe move out of the way. I was saying maybe it was like 121, 122 proof. So it was a few proof points off there. Now this is a blend, so that makes sense. I was maybe picking up a little bit of youth characteristic in here, but that fruit forwardness and how oaky it was, if you look at the blend components, I mean, there is some older whiskey in here. There's 18, 17. There's that Applewood smoked straight malt whiskey in here too. So there's a lot going on in this bottle, but the finish on this one, this is actually my surprise whiskey of the year. And this could crack the top 10 of my favorite bottles. Now retail, I believe this is 160 bucks. I said 200. This I think is the best blend that he has done since chapter 3, which I think was a combination. It was a blend of every single small batch product at cask strength, all blended together in chapter 3. Now chapter 7 in retrospect, what Freddie did was he took a component from each of the previous little books that he's done, so from those first 6, and then he added another component on top of it to make this one. And on paper, it shouldn't make sense, this blend, but it really works. It is an amazing blend. Absolutely love this bottle. Little Book, Chapter 7, Day 14. So let's add Little Book Chapter 7 to the calendar right now. And as you can see, we have quite the selection going through here. I mean, I feel like all these bottles have been really good picks. I'm not sure what the rest of the month looks like here as we make our way to Christmas, but we're gonna find out. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button below. Please hit that like button. If you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram. Let me know what you think about this bottle. If you were able to think about Little Book, because I could not. It just did not enter my brain as I was tasting it, but now it makes total sense. So with that said, like I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it is the people you share it with. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow right here for the next one on The Master and Drum. Cheers, guys. Happy holidays.